Avocado nutrition strengthen bones after 60. Margaret, a vibrant 67-year-old from Phoenix, just received her bone density results. Her doctor mentioned early signs of bone loss, something that affects nearly half of all Americans over 50. But here's what surprised her most. When she asked about nutrition, her doctor specifically mentioned one creamy green fruit that could make a real difference. What if I told you that the same fruit you enjoy in your morning toast or afternoon guacamole contains a powerhouse combination of nutrients specifically designed to support aging bones? What if the secret to stronger bones after 60 wasn't hidden in expensive supplements, but sitting right there in your local grocery store? I'm Dr. David Walker, a senior health and wellness expert with over 30 years of experience, helping older adults not just add years to their lives, but add life to their years. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating science behind avocados and bone health, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll never look at this remarkable fruit the same way again. The connection between avocado nutrition and bone strength might just change how you think about healthy aging. The vitamin K connection. Let me share something that might surprise you about your bones. While most people think calcium is the only nutrient that matters for bone health, there's actually a lesser-known vitamin that's absolutely crucial for keeping your bones strong as you age, and avocados are packed with it. Here's the remarkable truth. Half an avocado provides approximately 18% of your daily vitamin K needs. Now, you might be wondering, Dr. Walker, what exactly does vitamin K do for my bones? Let me paint you a picture that will help this make perfect sense. Think of your bones like a construction site. Calcium is like the concrete blocks, but vitamin K is the skilled foreman who makes sure those blocks are placed exactly where they need to be. Without enough vitamin K, your body can't properly direct calcium to your bone sits, like having all the building materials, but no blueprint for construction. The science behind this is fascinating. Vitamin K activates a protein called osteocalcin, which essentially acts as the glue that binds calcium to your bone matrix. Studies have shown that people with adequate vitamin K intake have significantly better bone mineral density and lower fracture risk. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals with the highest vitamin K intake had a 30% lower risk of hip fractures compared to those with the lowest intake. But here's where it gets even more interesting for those of us over 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and utilizing nutrients. This is why many seniors, despite consuming adequate calcium through dairy products or supplements, still experience bone loss. The missing piece of the puzzle? Often, it's vitamin K. Consider Robert, a 72-year-old patient of mine who came to me concerned about his bone health. His calcium intake was excellent. He took vitamin D supplements religiously, but his bone scans still showed concerning levels of bone loss. When we analyzed his diet, we discovered his vitamin K intake was significantly below optimal levels. After incorporating more vitamin K-rich foods like avocados into his daily routine, his next bone scan showed remarkable improvement. What makes avocados particularly special is that they provide vitamin K in a form that's easily absorbed by your body. Unlike some leafy greens, where the vitamin K is bound to fiber and may be less bioavailable, the vitamin K in avocados comes packaged with healthy fats that actually enhance absorption. It's nature's perfect delivery system. But vitamin K does more than just help with calcium absorption. Research from the Framingham Heart Study revealed that people with higher vitamin K intake had increased bone mineral density in their spine and hips, the exact areas where fractures become most dangerous as we age. These aren't just small improvements we're talking about. We're seeing measurably stronger bones that can better withstand the inevitable falls and stumbles that come with aging. Here's something most people don't realize. Vitamin K also helps reduce the loss of calcium through your urine, Think of it as closing the back door while you're bringing calcium in through the front door. This dual action, better calcium utilization and reduced calcium loss, creates a powerful 1-2 punch for bone health. Now, I want you to think about this. How often do you consider vitamin K when planning your meals? Most of my patients focus on calcium and vitamin D, which are absolutely important, but they're missing this crucial third piece of the bone health puzzle. The beauty of avocados is that they make getting vitamin K delicious and convenient. Whether you're adding slices to your morning eggs, blending them into a smoothie, or enjoying some homemade guacamole with friends, you're giving your bones exactly what they need to stay strong and resilient. But vitamin K is just the beginning of avocado's bone-supporting story. There's an entire symphony of nutrients working together in this remarkable fruit, and I can't wait to show you how they all connect. The Mineral Powerhouse Trio. Now that we understand vitamin K's crucial role, let me introduce you to 3 more bone-building champions hiding inside every avocado: magnesium, potassium, and the way they work with calcium. This is where the story gets really exciting, because we're not just talking about individual nutrients, we're talking about a perfectly orchestrated team working together to keep your bones strong. Let's start with magnesium, and I want you to imagine your bones as a beautiful piece of architecture. If calcium is the main structural material, then magnesium is the architect ensuring everything is built correctly. About 60% of your body's magnesium is stored in your bones, making it absolutely essential for bone formation and maintenance. Here's what's remarkable. One avocado provides approximately 58 milligrams of magnesium. That's about 15% of your daily needs. But it's not just about the quantity, it's about how magnesium functions in your body. Magnesium activates vitamin D, which in turn helps your body absorb calcium more effectively. Without adequate magnesium, even if you're taking calcium supplements and getting plenty of vitamin D, your bones still can't build properly. I think of Linda, a 64-year-old teacher who came to me frustrated because despite religiously taking her calcium and vitamin D supplements, her bone density tests weren't improving. When we examined her diet more closely, we found her magnesium intake was woefully inadequate. She was getting plenty of building materials but lacked the workers to put them in place. After increasing her magnesium intake through foods like avocados, her next bone scan showed significant improvement. Recent research from the Framingham Heart Study revealed that people with higher magnesium intake had significantly higher bone mineral density. Even more compelling, a study published in the European Journal of Epidemiology found that adequate magnesium intake was associated with a 27% lower risk of fractures in older adults. Now, let's talk about potassium, a mineral that most people associate with heart health and blood pressure, but it's equally important for your bones. Here's something that might surprise you. Potassium helps neutralize acids in your body that can leach calcium from your bones. Think of it as your bone's personal bodyguard, protecting against calcium theft. One avocado contains an impressive 975 milligrams of potassium, more than a large banana, which is famous for its potassium content. This matters tremendously for aging bones, because as we get older, our kidneys become less efficient at maintaining the acid-base balance in our bodies. When our bodies become too acidic, they pull calcium from our bones to neutralize that acid. Potassium helps prevent this bone-robbing process. A groundbreaking study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 60,000 women for multiple years and found that those with the highest potassium intake had significantly higher bone mineral density and lower rates of hip fractures. The researchers concluded that encouraging potassium-rich diets may be a simple and accessible strategy for preserving bone density in aging populations. But here's where the magic really happens when these minerals work together. Calcium, magnesium, and potassium don't function in isolation. They work as an integrated team. Magnesium helps calcium get into your bones. Potassium prevents calcium from being stolen away. And vitamin K, which we discussed earlier, ensures calcium is deposited in the right places. This is why whole foods like avocados are so much more powerful than individual supplements. When you eat an avocado, you're not just getting isolated nutrients, you're getting them in the perfect ratios that nature intended, all packaged together with the healthy fats that help your body absorb them. Consider this. The standard American diet is often deficient in magnesium and potassium, while being excessive in sodium, a combination that's particularly harmful to aging bones. Sodium actually increases calcium loss through urine, while magnesium and potassium help retain it. Avocados are naturally very low in sodium, just 2 milligrams per half fruit, while being rich in bone-protective minerals. I often tell my patients to think of avocados as nature's bone supplement, but one that comes with additional benefits like healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants. When you choose whole foods over isolated supplements, you're getting nutrients in their most bioavailable form, surrounded by cofactors that enhance absorption and utilization. Here's something practical you can do today. Instead of just focusing on calcium-rich foods, start thinking about mineral balance. That afternoon snack of avocado slices with a sprinkle of hemp seeds? You're getting magnesium, potassium, calcium, and healthy fats all in one delicious package. Always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing medical conditions or take medications that might interact with dietary minerals. But we're not done yet. There's one more crucial piece to this bone health puzzle that most people completely overlook, and it might be the most important factor of all: the inflammation fighter and absorption enhancer. Here's something that might change everything you thought you knew about bone health. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest threats to strong bones as we age, and avocados contain powerful compounds that fight this invisible enemy. Let me explain why this matters so much for anyone over 60. Think of inflammation as a slow-burning fire inside your body. While acute inflammation is helpful when you have an injury, it's your body's way of healing. Chronic inflammation is like having that fire constantly smoldering, gradually destroying healthy tissue, including bone tissue. This process, called inflammaging, affects nearly everyone as they get older. But here's the good news. The right foods can help put out that fire. Avocados are packed with oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat that has remarkable anti-inflammatory properties. But it's not just any fat, the same type of fat found in olive oil that makes the Mediterranean diet so protective against age-related diseases. Studies have shown that oleic acid can reduce inflammatory markers in the blood, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, both of which are associated with increased bone loss. Let me share the story of Dorothy, a 69-year-old grandmother who came to me with joint pain and concerning bone density results. Her inflammatory markers were elevated, and despite taking calcium supplements, her bones were continuing to weaken. When we incorporated anti-inflammatory foods like avocados into her daily routine, not only did her inflammatory markers improve, but her bone health stabilized. She often tells me that adding half an avocado to her morning routine was the simplest change that made the biggest difference. But here's where avocados really shine. They don't just fight inflammation. They also enhance the absorption of other bone-supporting nutrients. The healthy fats in avocados act like a delivery service for fat-soluble vitamins, including vitamin D and vitamin K, which we've already discussed as crucial for bone health. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adding avocado to meals significantly increased the absorption of carotenoids and other fat-soluble nutrients. This means that when you eat an avocado with your leafy green salad, you're not just getting the nutrients from the avocado, you're also absorbing more of the calcium, vitamin K, and other bone-supportive compounds from those greens. This absorption-enhancing effect is particularly important for seniors because our digestive systems become less efficient as we age. Many of my patients over 60 are getting plenty of nutrients on paper, but their bodies aren't absorbing them effectively. The healthy fats in avocados help solve this problem naturally. Here's something fascinating. Avocados also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds usually associated with eye health, but recent research suggests they may have anti-inflammatory effects that benefit bones too. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that these compounds could help reduce the activity of cells that break down bone tissue. The inflammation connection goes even deeper. Chronic inflammation increases the production of cortisol, a stress hormone that directly interferes with bone formation. When you consistently consume anti-inflammatory foods like avocados, you're helping to break this destructive cycle. You're not just adding good nutrients, you're removing barriers that prevent those nutrients from doing their job. But let's talk about something practical. Timing matters when it comes to nutrient absorption. Many of my patients take their calcium supplements with meals, which is good, but if you're taking them with low-fat meals, you might not be absorbing them optimally. Adding some avocado to those meals can significantly improve absorption. Consider this scenario. You have a breakfast of whole grain toast with avocado slices and a glass of fortified orange juice. You're getting calcium from the fortified juice, vitamin K from the avocado, healthy fats that enhance absorption, and anti-inflammatory compounds that protect your bones from damage. It's a perfect storm of bone-building nutrition. The anti-inflammatory benefits of avocados extend beyond just the oleic acid. They also contain glutathione, one of the body's most powerful antioxidants, which helps protect bones from oxidative stress. As we age, our bodies produce less glutathione naturally, making dietary sources increasingly important. Research from the University of California found that people who ate avocados regularly had higher levels of glutathione in their blood and lower levels of inflammatory markers. This isn't just theory, this is measurable protection against the cellular damage that contributes to bone loss. Here's something most people don't realize. The combination of anti-inflammatory compounds and absorption enhancing fats makes avocados particularly beneficial when eaten with other bone-supporting foods. That spinach and avocado salad isn't just delicious, it's a scientifically optimized bone health meal. I often tell my patients to think of avocados as nutritional multipliers. They don't just contribute their own bone-supporting nutrients, they help your body make better use of all the other good choices you're making. When you add avocado to a meal, you're essentially turning up the volume on all the other nutrients present. Always consult your doctor before making dietary changes, especially if you have conditions like osteoporosis or take medications that affect bone metabolism. But what does all this science mean for your daily life? How can you harness these remarkable benefits without turning your kitchen into a laboratory? That's exactly what we're going to explore next, and I think you'll be surprised by how simple it can be. Here's what I want you to remember as we wrap up today. Taking care of your bones after 60 isn't about accepting limitations, it's about embracing possibilities. Every time you enjoy an avocado, you're not just satisfying your taste buds, you're making an investment in your future strength, independence, and vitality. Think about what strong bones really mean for your life. It's the confidence to walk with your grandchildren without worrying about falling. It's the ability to tend your garden, travel to new places, and maintain the active lifestyle you've worked so hard to build. It's about staying in control of your own story. Margaret, the woman I mentioned at the beginning, made a simple change. She started adding half an avocado to her breakfast routine and incorporating this nutrient-dense fruit into her daily meals. 6 months later, Her follow-up bone scan showed improvement, but more importantly, she felt stronger and more confident in her movements. She told me, "Dr. Walker, I never thought something so simple could make such a difference." That's the power of informed nutrition choices. When you understand the science behind foods like avocados, the vitamin K that directs calcium to your bones, the magnesium that activates vitamin D, the potassium that protects against calcium loss, and the anti-inflammatory compounds that guard against bone-destroying processes, you're empowered to take charge of your bone health naturally. But remember, healthy aging isn't just about one superfood. It's about consistent, informed choices. Avocados are a powerful tool in your bone health toolkit, but they work best as part of a balanced diet rich in nutrients that support healthy aging. Always consult your doctor before making dietary changes, especially if you have existing medical conditions or take medications that might interact with dietary changes. The beautiful thing about adding avocados to your diet is how versatile and enjoyable they are. Whether you're starting your day with avocado toast, adding slices to your salads, or sharing guacamole with friends and family, you're making your bone health journey delicious and sustainable. I want to challenge you to think differently about nutrition and aging. Instead of focusing on what you can't do or what you need to give up, focus on the incredible foods you can add to support your health. Avocados are just one example of how nature provides exactly what our aging bodies need to thrive. Here's my promise to you. If you start incorporating the science-backed nutrition strategies we've discussed today, you'll begin to feel the difference in your energy, confidence, and overall well-being. Your bones will thank you, but so will every other part of your body that benefits from the nutrients and healthy fats that avocados provide. If this information has opened your eyes to the powerful connection between nutrition and bone health, I want you to take action. First, hit that like button if you found this helpful. It helps me know what topics matter most to you. Then, make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest insights on healthy aging and senior wellness. But don't keep this valuable information to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about who's also navigating life after 60. Whether it's a spouse, friend, sibling, or even your adult children who want to support your health journey, this knowledge is most powerful when it's shared. Tag them in the comments or send them the link directly. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you already discovered the benefits of avocados for your health? Are you planning to incorporate them more regularly into your meals? Share your experiences and questions. Our community of health-conscious seniors learns from each other, and your insights might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, every healthy choice you make today is an investment in tomorrow's strength and independence. Your bones are counting on you to give them the nutrients they need to keep you active and confident for years to come. Until next time, this is Dr. David Walker reminding you that the best time to start taking care of your bones was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. Stay strong, stay informed, and keep making choices that support your healthiest, most vibrant life.